celebrate life's precious moments. From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table, to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated. Designed with serenity and warmth, it provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
Minority Leader Kelvin Morris demands new airport opening date, funds for water crisis. And THA to transition Tobago October Carnival financial support from handouts to business investment. Good evening, I'm Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Thursday, 9th of October, 2025. Now to our top story. Trinidad and Tobago's top cop commissioner of police, Alista Guevara, visited Tobago earlier today, offering a frank assessment of the ongoing state of emergency and outlining significant shifts in crime-fighting strategy, particularly in schools and across the Sister Isle. Reporter Joel Green-George has more in this story.
In a Tobago Updates exclusive interview, Commissioner Guevara defended the continued SOE, revealing that the main reason for its implementation was arrested early on. But the police are still actively hunting suspects under the cover of preventative detention powers.
We have executed about 77 or 79 preventative detention orders. We have about 46 or 47 still outstanding to be executed. So there are persons out there we're still looking for. So we are not taking it lightly. We are still actively hunting them.
The commissioner disclosed a historic first for the nation, with incarcerated individuals being placed on preventative detention orders to curb instructions being communicated from behind bars. He also hailed the school-oriented policing initiative as phenomenal. The soft touch approach, which involves officers fixing ties and playing games with students, has successfully tackled violence on campuses. However, the fight has now spilled into the streets, promoting a planned change in patrol strategy.
We're now seeing police officers playing badminton with them in the school, lecturing to them, fixing their ties. So we see that softer side, that softer approach to policing now being realized.
For Tobago, COP Guevara celebrated remarkable progress in tackling serious crime. He announced a 300% decrease in homicides year over year, with just 6 recorded in 2025 compared to 24 or 25 during the same period in the previous year, and 4 of the 6 solved. He credited local divisional commanders for an all-of-Tobago approach.
Last year at this time, Tobago had 24, 25 homicides. This year it's 6. And of the 6, 4 of them have been solved already. That's 300% decrease in homicide in Tobago.
Despite the wins, the commissioner issued a stark warning to locals, urging them to shed their laid-back mentality and lock their doors and cars, citing continuous offences due to residents making themselves soft targets. He stressed that crime fighting is a collective responsibility.
We want community partnership. We want that ability to communicate with the public. Let them call us. We have 999-555. We have Crime Stoppers. Call the police, have that interaction.
The TTPS hopes these strategies, coupled with legislative changes being sought, will continue the downward trend in crime and lay the groundwork for a safer post-SOE society. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
With the national budget set to be read on October 13th, the eyes of Tobago are fixed firmly on the Finance Minister's presentation. Amid calls from the Tobago House of Assembly for a $3.71 billion allocation this fiscal year, the Minority Leader Kelvon Morris shared his administration's core budget expectations. Reporter Jewel Green George has the details.
Morris outlined a 4-point agenda, starting with a clear demand for accountability and focus.
It will be used in ensuring that Tobago's interests and the people of Tobago are placed first.
A pivotal point on the island's infrastructure list is the brand new A&R Robinson International Airport Terminal, a $130 million facility. According to Morris, an official opening date remains elusive, an issue that must be addressed on budget day.
Secondly, I expect and I would hope that we would get a definitive date announced for the opening of the A&R Robinson brand new international modern terminal.
The island's crippling water crisis is also high on the agenda. Recent data indicates that just 27% of WASA customers nationally receive around-the-clock supply. Morris stated he is looking for immediate and long-term financial commitments to boost the island's water security.
The challenges that Tobago face, that there will be some clear plan of action that would be announced in the budget to treat with boosting Tobago's water security.
The minority leader explained that his expectations hinge on the administration delivering not just funds, but clear timelines and actionable strategies for Tobago's development. The nation awaits the finance minister's response next Monday. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Caribbean Airlines has issued an urgent travel advisory, cancelling flights on Friday, October 10th, due to the imminent threat from Tropical Storm Jerry. The disruption centers on 4 regional round-trip services, snarling travel to St. Martin, Antigua, and St. Kitts. Due to the disruption, hundreds of passengers must now be reaccommodated. Tropical Storm Jerry is forecasted to pass the northern Leeward Islands with winds near 65 miles per hour today, bringing severe flood risks from up to 6 inches of rain. Caribbean Airlines confirms affected customers can rebook without penalty, with travel allowed until November 6, 2025. This shutdown highlights the major economic vulnerability of the region, where tourism contributes up to 70% of the GDP in certain islands. Flight statuses and updates are also available on the Caribbean Airlines homepage on www.caribbeanairlines.com. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Hair goals, we've got 'em. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy, for queens who know exactly what they want.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Thanks for staying with us. The high-stakes attempt by endurance swimmer John Prokop to achieve what could be the first continuous circumnavigation of Tobago has been temporarily halted. The monumental Big Swim, which was scheduled to begin this morning from Tobago Beach, has been postponed until Monday, October 13th. Reporter Jewel Green George has more.
Due to hazardous sea conditions and rough swells associated with the passage of Tropical Storm Jerry, Prokop confirmed the decision, stating safety was the paramount concern for his dedicated support crew.
Due to hazardous weather conditions, we've made a decision in the interest of safety to postpone the swim from Friday, which is today, until Monday.
Prokop is preparing for a grueling 100-kilometer circumnavigation, a non-stop swim more than twice the length of his celebrated 2024 Tobago to Trinidad crossing. He expects to spend close to 45 hours in the water to complete the feat, which is also aimed at raising awareness and funds for local marine conservation efforts. With the storm system moving away, the team is now set to execute the ambitious plan early next week.
We are looking at a 9 a.m. start time at Tobago Beach on Monday morning.
The new start is Monday, October 13th at 9 a.m. from Tobago. Prokop's determination highlights the intense challenges of open water endurance in the Caribbean, where weather systems like Tropical Storm Jerry can shift the calendar, but not the resolve of its athletes. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
October is a well-known time for global spooky tales. But right here in the Caribbean, a dedicated push is underway to make it our own. A movement started in Trinidad and Tobago is working to elevate local legends, from Papa Boa to the Sukunia, onto the world stage. Reporter Jewel Green George has more on the cultural importance of keeping these stories alive.
For centuries, Caribbean folklore has been a vibrant, often spooky blend of African, European, and indigenous tales passed down through oral tradition. Yet, we see globalization bringing the likes of foreign monsters to our shores, while our own myths risk fading into memory. This is where Caribbean Folklore Month steps in. Started in 2021 by Caribbean Books Foundation and now an officially registered NGO, it's a strategic effort to reclaim October for our own unique spectral characters.
Well, my name is Nikita Holmes. I'm also a director with the Caribbean Books Foundation. And in 2001, under the Caribbean Books Foundation, I started Caribbean Folklore Month.
This movement is about more than just a spooky season. It's a critical cultural mandate. Organizer Nikita Gomes explains that the original inspiration was a simple question of cultural relevance.
And in the article, they're saying there's nothing wrong with Halloween, but why can't we unify it? Why can't we make it into, our Caribbean thing?
The initiative has spurred regional collaboration, encouraging authors from islands like Jamaica and Guyana to share their local character variations. Common figures like the forest guardian Papaboa and the water spirit Mamadlo, known elsewhere as Mamiwata, are being officially indexed, with the catalogue now spanning over 26 distinct characters.
The most obvious too is we like to pick the couple that we like to call them, which is Papaboa and Mamadilo. Like you find Papaboa and Mamadilo on most Caribbean islands.
This drive for authentic cultural preservation is critical. Studies show that cultural heritage sites and traditions face ongoing threats from both global influence and environmental changes. By proactively promoting their stories, Gomez says the goal is to make sure the next generation doesn't lose touch with its ancestral narratives.
So I'm an adult now, we need to realize that we now have the responsibility as adults to pass it on to the next generation. We can't blame them for not knowing if we don't talk about it.
The organization's next major goal is to secure funding to transform the digital celebration into a large-scale in-person festival focusing on Jumbie Night, the full moon where the spirits are said to roam. It's an important call to action, reminding us that cultural survival requires conscious effort. Jewel Green George reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Trinidad and Tobago's Housing Minister, MP David Lee, has been rearrested on corruption and fraud charges, reigniting a high-profile political scandal. The MP and Deputy UNC political leader faces charges of conspiracy to defraud and misbehave in public office. The United National Congress issued a very brief statement defending the minister. Quote, "Minister Lee was acquitted of these allegations before. Now that the charges have been relayed, we have confidence in the courts to deliver a just result." End quote. The renewal legal battle intensifies the ongoing debate over accountability in the Twin Island nation's government. You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news right after this.
The road is calling. Tobago Carnival. Neon is coming. Presenting the Mashup King himself, DJ Kai, alongside the voice of the people, Boy Boy. The dynamic duo bringing pure fire to the road, CSI Khaled and Selecta Stefan. And Tobago's own, the people's champion, DJ Big Youth. This is Neon Night Mass. One road, one rhythm, one experience. Tobago Carnival 2025. We outside.
Welcome back. The Tobago House of Assembly is changing the way it funds the island's October Carnival, shifting from simple grants to a model focused on business investment. This shift comes with a strong mandate for band leaders and promoters, who will become the primary architects and public face of Tobago's growing tourism product. At the October Carnival check distribution ceremony, Assemblyman Zarisha Hackett, Secretary of Education, Research and Technology, with responsibility for culture and antiquities, delivered a clear message. The early release of funds is not charity, but a strategic investment. The policy is designed to eliminate dependency and push the creative sector toward greater self-sufficiency and professionalism, particularly as the 4-year-old carnival continues to expand internationally.
And we understand that our goal is to facilitate, and one day this product is going to be yours. We're going to take a back seat. We're going to step backwards into the shadows and provide you with everything from the airlift support that we continue to advocate for, to ensuring that our accommodation and everything that it means to be a customer service related industry happens. But the actual product, this Tobago October Carnival, is yours. And so I want you to take that responsibility seriously. We can provide you with the investment, we can provide you with the support, but ultimately you are the face of the carnival.
The administration intends to ultimately step back into the shadows, transitioning ownership and primary responsibility of the festival to the stakeholders themselves. This means that mass band leaders and event promoters are now directly responsible for upholding the island's brand reputation. Hackett underscored that this mandate elevates the role of the creative community from participants to crucial national ambassadors.
And so the consultations that occurred over the last 2 or so weeks, and even having you here today, probably the earliest you've ever received support from the Tobago House of Assembly, is because of the hard-working support of the CEO, our interim chairman, and the staff of TFCL.
Band leaders and event promoters have received an early financial infusion ahead of the 4th annual Tobago Carnival, scheduled for October 2025. The Tobago House of Assembly has moved to provide initial grant funding earlier than ever before, signaling a strategic shift to ensure stakeholders have the necessary capital to build out their products. This move is being framed not merely as a handout, but a direct investment into the island's premier cultural tourism product. The check distribution ceremony held last Saturday saw representatives from dozens of mass bands and promoting entities receiving financial support. Officials emphasized that the support reflects the administration's commitment to the longevity of the October Carnival event, which is only in its fourth year, but continues to grow in scale and international appeal. Mr. Kern Cowan, CEO of Tobago Festival Commission, underscored the importance of this early commitment to the core practitioners.
We see this as an opportunity to uplift a product that is long-lasting. We are in our 4th edition, and we see it as an opportunity to invest in this product through you, our stakeholders.
Oh.
Okay, sir.
Just now, diversification is underway as the nation looks to its creative industries for growth. The Ministry of Culture and Community Development, MCCD, has officially appointed a new board of directors for the Export Centres Company Limited, ECCL. Minister Michelle Benjamin presented the instruments of appointment on Wednesday, October 8, 2025. The new team, chaired by Mr. Javed Khan, is tasked with a critical mission to strengthen governance and to significantly expand the craft sector's market access. The mandate is crucial given TNT's reliance on its traditional energy sector, which still accounts for an estimated 40% of GDP. The ECCL is now expected to maximize the craft industry's contribution to the burgeoning creative economy, fostering entrepreneurship and transforming culture talent into sustainable export earnings. Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met Office. This is what the TNT Met Office says you can expect from the weather this weekend. Tonight mostly fair despite a few isolated showers and a low chance of an odd thunderstorm. The forecast low is 26 degrees Celsius. Saturday, expect mainly sunny and slightly hazy conditions apart from a few isolated showers favoring the early morning and afternoon. There remains a low 20% chance of the odd thunderstorm. On Sunday, a few showery spells favoring the morning period, which will interrupt generally sunny and slightly hazy conditions. There is a low chance of an odd heavy shower thunderstorm. Seas will be moderate throughout the period, with waves in open waters ranging from 1.5 to 2 meters. In sheltered areas, waves will be below 1 meter but occasionally choppy. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. Tobago on edge, Top Cup visits Tobago. Budget ultimatum, Minority Leader Kelvin Morris demands new airport opening date, funds for water crisis. And THA to transition, Tobago October Carnival, financial support from handouts to business investment. I'm Kristen Salandi. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great weekend.